Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to some Hold My Beer. Yes, we are going to start doing some more Hold My Beers now. I'm due back to work in a few days, so when I get back to work, I will be recording some more replays and some more OP replays. So today we have two battles for you. We have the VK7201 and we have one of my favourite tanks in the game, and that is the Waffle. And that's all thanks to CJ. He got me hooked on this tank, so thank you very much, CJ. So yeah, we're going to start off with the Waffle, and it is English Gamer. Yes, nice name, English Gamer. It's not me. I am English and I'm a gamer, but this unfortunately isn't me. I've never done this much damage in my life. I'm still waiting for me to pass the 8k damage mark. Still haven't done it, but you know what, I don't care at this point. I don't play the game enough. If I played the game enough, then I probably would have passed the 8,000, but I kind of give up with damage at this point in my career. I've kind of given up, but he's getting himself into a nice position. I absolutely love this position in a TD, especially if the enemy team go where they are, because you're far enough away to not get spotted, but you're close enough to do a little bit of damage and be effective. But of course, it's not good when tanks come behind you, just like this IS-7, and especially when there's a couple of TDs, you do really have to watch out. But this position here is actually really good, because you're able to poke up the hill and then just get out of the way, and you're able to sort of hide yourself. So the IS-7 is pushing, so he's going to have to be very careful. If he can get another shot before he gets shot from this IS-7, which will be absolutely great, but unfortunately only manages to get the bounce there. So at the moment, it's just him versus an IS-7 really, but the IS-7 just donks his shot, so he's now able to hopefully reload before him and hopefully get another shot off. And he's just going to wait here. He's not in the best of positions now with this IS-7, but at least he can just pop down here and hide from this guy. All the other tanks are occupied. It's a 6 versus 6, so hopefully he can deal with this guy, but he's not in the best of positions to deal with an IS-7, but he's doing it. You know, he's got a couple of shots off here. He should just about reload before this guy, but you can see with the team, like, they are vanishing. He does get shot from behind, unfortunately, and now all of a sudden he is a one shot, but he has that adrenaline. He is getting shot from behind as well, so the only thing he can really do to try and stay alive is drop down, and now he has to hope and pray that he doesn't bounce his shot, but he does manage to clear him. So nice little 1 versus 1 there with the IS-7. And of course, he does get shot from the other side of the map, which didn't help. And now it's just a 2 versus 4. So a lot of work to do. A 2 versus 4. There's a full hit point E75 there. There's still a couple of TDs out there. The Yo is doing a good job dealing with the 263, which helps clearing him. Has good speed, good DPM. So clearing that guy is an absolute must. And now they really ought to, they really need to deal with this T62A. So hopefully he can get a nice HE shot in the rear. Is he going to be able to do it? Hopefully he does, and he does. What a lovely shot that was. Absolutely important shot. And now he's bringing it down to a 1 versus 2. We're not quite sure where the Badger is at the moment, but what we do know is there's a full hit point E75. Now, this is going to be tough. This is going to be very tough. I don't even know the outcome of this game. I know roughly the damage, but I don't know if it's a win, lose, or draw. Hopefully he can do it. There's still plenty of time left. The best thing about the Waffle, it is a quick tank. It's got a lovely gun, and he's able to, once he gets up these hills here, he is able to move up pretty quickly. But we haven't seen the Badger yet. Maybe I thought he was AFK, but nope, there he is. Is he moving? I'm not 100% sure. Yes, he is moving. So that's now made it actually a little bit more difficult. That was an unfortunate shot there, but at least he hit, but unfortunately just did not pen, and he's full hit points as well. I don't know how he's going to come out of this. He's surely he cannot pull this off. 2 full hit point tanks when you're only a HE shot away. Surely not. If he does this, I'll be surprised, especially as now the E75 is pushing up. He has to relocate. He has to get into a different position, but now the Badger is coming behind him. He has to pay very close attention to him. Is he going to get another shot off? Yes, he does. But where is this E75? There he is. He is taking his time. He is a bit slow. this where I'm thinking, right, okay, he's going to get shot here, but no, he manages to get out of harm's way. He's now going to able to get around this guy, gets another beautiful shot there. 6,000 damage he's on now. He's got the Badger down to a 1 shot. Still 2.5 minutes left on the clock. He just needs to separate these tanks. As long as they don't push together, he might be able to do this. He's quick enough to be able to get around. That was unfortunate. He rushed his shot there, but he really had no choice. He had to rush the shot, but he has to clear this Badger before this E75 comes. Now, I don't know what the Badger's doing, but he's reckless. Like, he doesn't give a fuck. And now he takes care of him. Oh my god, what a bounce. Why are you shooting AP? I don't know. Just shoot HE. If he would have just shot HE, it wouldn't matter where he shoots. It would have been enough to clear this guy, unless it was very unlucky. He only done like 20 damage, but that's very unlikely. And now he's just going to use this this hill. He's just going to take, what, 3 more shots to clear this E75. Is he going to hold off for a draw? It's 6.8k damage now. If he can get a shot off as he's turning. Now, if I was the E75, I would just be rushing. You've got enough hit points. You can take 2 shots from this guy. Yes, I know that E75 is not a quick tank, but when you're up against, when there's 2 full hit point tanks up against a 1 shot, you really, really should not be losing this game, even drawing this game. Now, he does it again, managed to get a nice shot into him. 7,400 damage. Surely, I can't see him winning this. Surely, it's got to be a draw. It has to be a draw. I can't see. It can't be. It can't be. But the E75, he needs him to push around the corner. He needs this E75 to push around the corner, because otherwise there's not much he can do, unless he's going to go and push and bait a shot. But there's now only 40 seconds left on the clock. He does, again, another almost close. That was very almost close. That doesn't make sense. That was very, very close. He needed that shot, because now he has to shoot him twice, and he's only got enough time to shoot him twice. But the E75 is still pushing around. Is he going to go for the draw, or is he just going to go around this side of the map? He's going to hopefully be able to get another nice shot, and he does. Oh no, he did not deserve that. He does not deserve that loss. Come on, guys, effing chat. But still, you know, 8,000 damage. He put up a good fight there against 2 full hit point tanks, and he manages to bring the E75 down to a 1 shot. In my opinion, the E75 did not deserve that win. But our guy English Gamer put up a good fight, and what a game that was, but just very unfortunate. Now, moving on, we have ADHSZZ. And he's driving the VK72. Again, I absolutely love this tank. Not many people like the tank, but I think it's super, super strong. And played correctly, it is one of the strongest heavies in the game. The armor profile is just amazing. Yes, the bottom plate can be penned, but people still have to switch to the premium ammo to pen that bottom plate. And if you've got it angled, it does actually make it very difficult to pen. Of course, the side of your gun, you got the little bubbles, which I speak about every time we look at this tank. Yes, they are weak, but you constantly move your turret, you constantly move your tracks, then it is actually a very, very difficult pen. In my opinion, this is just a much better E100, much better. I definitely prefer playing this over the E100, although I do still like the E100. I love the E100, but for me, this is just a much, much stronger E100. Basically, it's the same gun, but just a better armor profile. So we're watching our guy 80 here. He's pushed to the right side. You can see the mini map. 2 mediums have gone to the left side. All the heavies and the TDs are coming to this side of the map. So straight away they do pick up the VK72, and there is another. And you can see, look at that armor profile. When he's angled, then that armor profile, the bottom plate, is very, very strong. And even our guy here couldn't pen him. He would have had to switch to gold, unless he was lucky to get the little section that you can pen. Then he would have had to switch to Pramo, of course, lowering his DPM, doing less damage. So yeah, you can just showcase the armor profile there. But as soon as you do angle, then yeah, the sides do become weak, so you've got to pay attention to that. It's a difficult tank to play. I mean, just look at that armor profile, absolutely amazing. And our guy just switched to the heat. Yes, when you switch to the heat, it does become easily pennable, but you're still doing less damage than you would normally do. So these guys are just holding this side of the map. I think there's what, 3-4 tanks here on the enemy team that don't want to push just yet. But there is quite a few green tanks around. There's a couple of TDs protecting them from behind as well. So getting a few nice bounces. There's the first nice bounce. Now the IS-4, he's gone into the best position he can be in, and that is angling. And they're working really well, actually. They're not in a platoon, but they're actually working really well. The IS-4 and this VK is working really, really well together. Of course, the Tortoise is now going around, which should take the attention of these 3 tanks. So hopefully, with that Tortoise being there, these guys are going to be able to push forward, and they are actually bringing these tanks back. Now, is the E75 still? Yep, the E75 is still looking. The mouse is not used the bait. He's not falling for the bait, but the VK72 has fallen for the bait. So now our VK can just push. The IS4 can push if he wants. I love the fact that he's trying to ignore the mouse to go for the one-shot tanks, but as they turn around the corner, he can't really ignore him. He has to take what's on offer, and that is the mouse. But his team are 2 tanks down. The 2 medium tanks have unable to hold that side of the map. So now they're going to have 3 medium tanks all pushing behind them very, very quickly. So they have to take care of these guys quickly before these guys get around him. So now it's a 4 versus 6, 3.8k damage. So he's already done a great job. Hopefully the IS-4 can take him out. Not quite sure why he's shooting HE there, but that's great for our guy. All he needs to do now is just switch to the HE, but he doesn't do that. Switch to the HE, dude. You would have cleared him instead of getting the bounce. But now it's a 2 versus 5. A 2 versus 5 needs to clear this VK very quickly. Is he going to be able to clear him? He's trying to get behind him. He's trying to get around him. Again, he was on low enough hit points to shoot HE. He probably didn't need to take that shot. This is what you don't see often. Like when people are low hit points like that, just shoot the HE. You will do enough damage to clear this guy. Now he's going to go for the Leopard again, going for the nice targets, the low hit point tanks, and he's now managed to bring it down to a 2 versus 3. He's blocked 2,000 damage so far. So this is what I'm saying with the armor profile. It's now a 1 versus 3. Hopefully he can clear this guy. If 95, is he going to get the ram? Yes, he is. Nice little ram there into the object 907. Now just leaving 2 tanks. I would prioritize the medium tank, which is the E50 over the Jagdtiger, because yes, the Jagdtiger has the best, or one of the best DPMs in the game, but it's a slow tank. It's a slow tank, doesn't have a turret, whereas the E50, if he can get behind you, then he can actually cause problems, even with it being a tier 9 tank. But he's just constantly bouncing here. Constantly. Of course, the E50 is now going to come from behind, and he's now going to deal damage. So he needs to move. He needs to get the other side of this Jagdtiger, because, you know, he's got to turn to someone. He's got to turn to someone. But luckily, because of the armor profile, he's still able to bounce these shots. And you can see, just because he's going on the hill now, it's actually going to make his lower plate even more stronger. And again, that was a bad shot. That was unfortunate. He just pulled it. He took off the aim just as he shoots, but now that was nice. Not sure why the Jagdtiger did that. Now he's a 1-shot. That's made it a lot easier for our guy now, and he can actually clear him. That was the most stupidest ram I think I've ever seen. When it's a 2 versus 1, don't go and ram a super heavy. What are you doing? What are you thinking, ramming a super heavy? So 4,700 block damage now. He needs another couple of bounces, and he gets 1 there. And now all of a sudden the E50 is a 1-shot, and anything is possible. Now I don't think the E50 is the smartest of players. You can see he's trying to run away, which is fair enough. He's trying to relocate, and what I would do here now is reset your camo, go round, maybe trick him, because there's still a minute left on the clock. When you're a medium, that's still a long time. But, you know, he's not the best of players. I thought maybe he's going to trick our VK here and come back the way he come. But our VK is not falling for that. And he does show exactly where he was expecting him to be. So a very, very nice game. Few mistakes that could have cost him the game. But overall, 8,000 damage. A very, very nice battle. He did play it well, just with a few errors, and those errors were obviously just shooting AP instead of shooting the HE, which would have cleared, and not paying attention, not using the time. He could have used more time to aim at that Jagdtiger, but instead he bounced. But overall, I think he done a fantastic job. A nice amount of damage, 8,000 damage, and a very, very nice Kolobanov. Nice 5k block damage, as well as the 8,000 damage. So well played indeed, AD. So thank you guys for sending me those replays in. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, hit that subscribe button. We are only 800 subs away from our big massive giveaway. So get subscribing. Most of you that watch my videos are not subscribed, so get subscribing. Streams will come back soon. As you've all seen, I've got a new PC that I purchased. I am going to play other games. I'm going to play What PC, I'm going to play Blitz, I might play a bit of GTA as well. We will see, but streams will be coming back soon. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Get subbing. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.
With